Hello, it's Randi Rhodes. Here's a clip from our show, and go to randyrhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.
Mary had a little man.
The fault. We believe that all men are created equal.
To the magnificent mosaic that is America.
From radio beacon to radio beacon. I have a dream today. Change has come to America.
Believe me.
Knock, knock. Who's there?
It's a figment of your imagination.
Randi Rhodes Show.
Turn up your mind.
If you would have to debate the current president, how does that conversation go without becoming reactive? How do you stay on your message and not get caught up in his crazy?
That's good, Deb. That's really good. Well, first, it's very important that anyone who presents themselves as a leader and wants to be a leader will speak like a leader, and that means speaking with integrity. It means speaking truth. It means speaking in a way that expresses and indicates some level of interest and concern in people other than oneself. And so right there, we will see a great contrast. And it is about also having some concern for the future of our country. You know, it really, we are at an inflection point. We are in the world and in our country. And the people of our country, the families of our country, deserve to have leaders who are focused on their needs, their immediate needs, their long-term needs, the hopes and aspirations they have for their children and grandchildren, and speak to that as opposed to speak to the lowest common denominators and base instincts and speak in a way that is about inciting fear as a distraction from the fact you're getting nothing done except helping the richest people and the biggest corporations.
Amen, sister, amen. Go tell it on the mountain. Go tell it on. Oh, she killed it last night. Kamala killed it. She killed it. That was amazing. It was worth staying up and sitting up, past the 10 o'clock mark. It was really, really worth it, I have to say. I will play some clips from Kamala. I'm still getting used to saying her name correctly, because I haven't given it the effort it deserved for a very long time. But, Kamala killed it last night. Howard Schultz got killed last night. Trump has more articles in the newspaper today about how fraudulent he is, including the fact that the United States of America is no longer in the top 20 democracies with clean, non-corrupted government. I swear that's true. The entire system of democracy in the United States is literally being torn apart, torn limb from limb by the liar in chief and his henchmen. All of them, his little, group of merry bandits who are very keen to, take whatever tranches of money are left and put it in their pocket. It is just so unbelievable. And now, did you see Matt Whitaker yesterday? Because we were broadcasting when he, the Justice Department, Christopher Wray, the FBI, they indicted Huawei, the Chinese company that puts out cell phones that spy on everybody. And so they indicted him. And Matt Whitaker, for some, ridiculous reason, is our acting attorney general. And he's a very bad actor, I must say. And he gave a little, presser. He gave a little open press thing. And of course, the press wanted to know about the Mueller investigation since Roger Stone had been arrested. By the way, today, Mr. V for victory. Mr. V for I really do have a vagina. And you're going to find out. You're going to find out that, Trump isn't going to be able to, me. Roger Stone is looking for the best deal, obviously. He's, talking about, his raid was like the Bin Laden raid. His raid was like the El Chapo. Can I just say, I don't recall Bin Laden giving a press conference, giving the V for victory or vagina sign that Roger Stone was able to give just hours after his arraignment. I think Osama Bin Laden was dumped in the Arabian Sea, never to be heard or seen from again. I think that was his demise. El Chapo, he says, it was just like El Chapo. El Chapo went down he's still on trial in New York. 5 people ended up dead in his raid. He escaped through one of his very sophisticated tunnels that a stupid wall, will not prevent, have any impact on, deter. It's just like, but that's how El Chapo got away. 5 people were killed in that day. And Roger Stone, on the other hand, they went, FBI, open up, warrant. Same? Is that the same? I don't see it being the same. The reason why they did this, the reason why they have people in the front of the house and the back of the house, because he's a lying sack of crap. He's slimy. He's dirty. He makes everybody he likes having people believe that about him. He says it himself, that he's the devil incarnate and he lives to be known this way and this is his identity. And they were afraid that either he would flee or that he would destroy evidence. So they made sure that nothing came out of the house. That's why they did it early in the morning when he was asleep. I mean, it's not the same. But anyway, so you have this, and then Whitaker says that, that's the end of the investigation. It ends with Roger Stone. There is no way. I read you that indictment. We read it. We read it out loud. We read all 23 pages. We unmasked the identities of the company number 1, person 2. There's one person that we can identify in the indictment, that because there's 2 things: high-ranking Trump administration officials, plural. So we know one is Steve Bannon. We don't know who the other one is. And then a Trump administration official, or a Trump campaign official, directed, which is the word BuzzFeed got hammered on, right? Directed Roger Stone to reach out to WikiLeaks and find out what else they had. And we don't know who that person is. Otherwise, we read that and this thing is that is not over. That has so many more people in it that we don't know about yet, that are yet to be indicted or yet to be cleared. This is just ridic. And did you see? I don't know if you saw Whitaker yesterday, but I wanted to play this for you again before, in case you did see it, because I wanted to point out something to you. Look how this man had a rigorous case of flop sweat. Oh my God, did you see him? Just sweat. We're having a polar vortex. And he is sweating profusely. I mean, you poor guys in the Midwest. You know where Jessica is? Jessica? She works for MTV. She's, she just got promoted. She's supervising producer on Teen Mom. And she works on 2 shows, Teen Mom, OG, and SG. Anyway, she is assigned today to do an outdoor shoot of one of the teen moms who decided to move today. They're moving. This is, I'm not supposed to, don't tell anybody. And it's outdoors, and it's minus 17 degrees where she is in the Midwest. Minus 60 wind chills. So, of course, it's time for the idiot anti-global warming trolls to say that they don't understand climate change. Let me explain this to you in a sentence, if I can. The polar vortex used to stay up at the Arctic Circle, and now the jet stream has been guided further south by climate change in the upper atmosphere. And now the Arctic, the North Pole weather is able to sink further and further south. Now, could somebody just tweet something like that to Donald Trump, who tweeted this morning, "What the hell is going on with global warming? Please come back fast. We need you." Normally, I would say no one is this stupid, but Trump really works at it. I mean, he gives it everything he's got to go to. And Roger Stone, too. I mean, they are playing you like you're just a dumb little rock. And Whitaker, I don't know what his motivation was to talk about an ongoing investigation yesterday that, Mueller doesn't leak. You could see Chris Wray's little eyebrow go up in the background. But, he decided to tell you that he thinks that the Mueller investigation is almost over. It was the weirdest thing. And then, I watched it on my big HD TV. And I saw all of the little droplets of sweat on his forehead and his brow, and it was like, wow, he was freaky.
Before you came into your current role, you were publicly very critical of the special counsel investigation. Now, since you have received your briefings, is there anything that you've seen or read that gives you concern about special counsel Robert Mueller or his investigation?
I've been fully briefed on the investigation, and, I look forward to Director Mueller delivering the final report. And I really am not going to talk about open and ongoing investigation otherwise, but sort of the statements that I made were as a private citizen, only with publicly available information. And I am comfortable that the decisions that were made are going to be reviewed, either through the various means we have. But right now, the investigation is, I think, close to being completed, and I hope that we can get the report from Director Mueller as soon as possible.
If you showed up at TSA with flop sweat like that, they would call a SWAT team. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, look at him. He looks so nervous, and so he looked like he was auditioning to play Matt Whitaker on Saturday Night Live. He didn't. I mean, it was just like, wow. This was really, really flop sweat. This was really, really unbelievable. Now, I don't know if he's lying or if he's merely deluded or if he's of the Trump mindset, which is if I say it often enough, it will come true. I don't really know, but I thought that was just so bizarre, so strange because of the amount of terror that I saw in this acting attorney general, who will not be our attorney general for, ever. I mean, he was the chief of staff to Jeff Sessions. That's who he was. And so pig in a poke, he became our acting after, Trump fires Sessions with absolutely no replacement. No replacement in mind. Had absolutely no idea. All this time he's threatening Sessions' job. Years. It's been a year and a half. Threatening. Didn't have, what a manager he is. Oh, the skills. Wow. No, he plays a businessman on TV, just like Matt Whitaker there yesterday was trying to play an acting, he's a terrible actor, terrible attorney general on TV. Just so weird. But anyway, so he didn't have a replacement. He fires him, so we had to go with the chief of staff to the last attorney general of the United States, who is a Trump loyalist or proclaims to be. It was so bizarre and so weird. And in reading the indictment of Roger Stone, who, by the way, pled not guilty today, shocking, because he wants a pardon. And then if a pardon doesn't come, this man will flip and spread. He will open like a flower, just like a Georgia O'Keeffe painting. He will just be, in full bloom and ready to be picked. Sorry, I'm a gardener. But I mean, this is crazy. Go to RandiRhodes.com for the whole thing and a podcast. Buy a stinking podcast.